Hello everyone, it is Pat with our daily Oracle card reading and message for Monday, the 22nd of April. Happy Earth Day. As we head into this new week of April. And so for today, it's Monday. I'm going to be calling on the Mermaids. And I also wanted to call on the Archangels to see what Archangels we could work with this week, or who's working with us. All right, so let's call upon the lovely mermaids and dolphins. Ooh, I like this card that just dropped out, Waves of Prosperity. And I think Angel Steve got this card for the month, I think. And it says, new abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. I love when this card comes up because it really sometimes is literally like, waves of, financial abundance that come in one right after the other, just like the waves coming into a beach at the ocean. So, but it indicates abundance and exciting opportunities. So you may find that there's new opportunities, as the card says, that come up this week, but there's wave after wave is coming in. So, which is it's really a wonderful thing. The universe is like pouring out its abundance to you, and well, gosh, we certainly could use some of that. So just be aware and accept good graciously as it's offered to you. So I'll see if there's any other message that goes along with it. But waves of prosperity is good to know. This card also says to observe any ideas that come to you at this time, because they might be the seeds of something new. So, notice out of the blue phone calls, chance meetings. So, it does come across in other ways. Be open to that. For some people, I think this is just, there's a huge outpouring right now because there's a lot of people, and as we know, last week was a pretty devastating week in a lot of areas around the world, between, violent activities, the explosions in different areas, and, earthquakes and things that went on. So, this has to do with an outpouring of, at least I feel on a larger scale, an outpouring of prosperity, an outpouring of help being, given to people in these areas who have experienced these tragedies, or these, however it's disrupted their lives in any way. So I do feel like it's opening the doors for that. And I don't get the sense of it coming necessarily from any governments, but more from people and charitable organizations, things like that. But it is coming along. So let's see. I keep being drawn back to that card to see just any other message along with it. Well, the beauty of it is, again, I see a lone mermaid on this card, and it's something that's what's coming through is letting you know that you're not alone. So, part of the prosperity is something that may come in the form of, the support of other people, groups of people, organizations that maybe you hadn't expected, hadn't thought about, hadn't even heard of before. But it's, the waves of prosperity are letting you know that you're not alone, like this mermaid sitting there on the rock. You don't have to, do it all yourself. There is help and support for you coming in there. So that's another one of the messages that I get from that. But let's call upon the lovely Archangels for their message for us today. Who's working with us? Ah, okay. We have Zadkiel with compassion, and it says, soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Okay? So, um, this is twofold. I feel like this does have to do with people reaching out compassionately to others. But I also do feel like it has to do with it's very easy for us to get drawn into a place of anger, resentment, even hatred directed at either you know the people who were involved in causing the explosions, the whatever you want to direct your anger at. There's always something the government, or whoever, did we do enough, blah blah blah. And it's urging you to, it's a card that's urging you to help move away from that, because our preoccupation with that doesn't solve anything. It only leads to people getting angry. I'm not saying that, this doesn't certainly mean that you shouldn't speak up about something or speak up about an injustice, but it's about, when Zadkiel comes in with compassion, it's to help us understand the underlying factors that led to it, that lead to disruptions in our lives. Okay, it's about looking at all the contributing factors, and if you find yourself in a uncomfortable situation, or a situation you'd like to change in your life, be willing to soften your heart and with respect to the situation, the people involved, including yourself, and the different factors that have contributed to it. Okay, because oftentimes there's other underlying things that may not be in our awareness that I'm having trouble getting this message out and putting the right words to it, as you can tell. So Zadkiel is an archangel who he's an angel of very much deep benevolence. Okay, his name means righteousness of God, but it's not the righteousness in the sense of, oh, I will smite you down, and it's not a punishing kind of righteousness. He helps us release unforgiveness toward ourselves and others, and he helps to clear away the emotional toxins, the emotional pain from our heart, ensuring that everyone's needs are met and that emotional healings occur in miraculous ways. So he's in here today helping us with the emotional healings of the things that have taken place in this past week around the world. So he helps us to see all the different, other people's and the different points of view. So he's in here suggesting different approaches to the situation. Okay, so if you're having a hard time with that, if you find that you're having a hard time, whether it's dealing with the events of the world or with something in your own personal life, call upon Zadkiel. He's also an angel that helps us with our memory functions, same way Uriel does. He helps students, helps with test taking, things of that nature. So he very much works with our intellect. So in this case, there's a bright light that's emanating, and it's emanating from his hands. But he's shining that light on you and everyone involved. And if you call upon him for help, it will help to lighten your heart and the situation for you, which is really important for healing. So anyways, those are our messages for today. I hope you have a lovely Monday, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care, everyone.